Hi everybody, I'm Oren Jackman from ExamPal. I've been in the field of test prep for the past 21 years. I'm 42, so you do the math. Well, don't do the math. The test prep field, preparing students for admission tests such as GMAT, GRE, SATs, etc., is built or based on a bunch of, I wouldn't call them lies, but let's say preposterous inaccuracies. And the first one is that you should do the math, that these tests are all about knowledge and technique. Well, this is not true. What these tests actually measure is a skill, something we like to call mind flexibility, which is the ability to quickly find the fastest way to solve each question and apply it. The students that are the fastest to solve these kinds of tests are the ones that can tell in advance what the fastest way to solve each question is going to be before actually applying it. This is what we actually teach our student, what we call the PALgorithm, or the PAL in ExamPal, which stands for precise, alternative, and logical, which are the three solution methods that we found can solve any question in these standardized tests. Precise, meaning precise rules or simplification, alternative tools that can get you to the correct answer without always knowing why you got there, or just applying the logic behind terms and concepts. Our system actually trains your brain to find the fastest way to solve each question, which is really just the skill that these tests measure. Which brings me to preposterous inaccuracy number 2, which is that the way to prepare for these kinds of tests is doing what we've done since the Industrial Revolution, which is using the unholy trinity of books, teachers, and classroom. You see, these tests are gradually becoming computer adaptive tests, which means that you take the test in front of a computer and it actually adapts to your level of performance. Now, preparing for a computer adaptive test using a book is like preparing for a car race using a chair. Yes, you get to sit, but there's a great difference. ExamPal actually does 3 things no one else does in this field. The first one is to actually study the way you think, each and every student. The second thing is study the effectiveness of all possible solutions, their ability to make you fast and correct. We don't decide that a certain solution is better than the other, we actually measure it. And the third thing is find the fastest way to solve each question. And that's the fastest for you. Which brings me to the third preposterous inaccuracy. You know what? Let's make an experiment. Can you spot the differences between the 2 pictures? Let me help you. Online has an N, whereas offline has 2 Fs. What I meant to say is the fact that the major change that happened when offline went online is the third preposterous inaccuracy, thinking that online is just like offline, online. Well, Test Prep 0.0 had books, teachers, and classrooms, whereas 1.0, the books went online and the teachers on video. You do get some kind of adaptive mechanism in the idea that if you get a correct answer, you get harder questions, and if you get it wrong, you get simpler questions. But this is the way a test adapts to you. What teachers do, they adapt their explanations, not just the questions themselves. So with ExamPal, what we call Test Prep 2.0, we answer the most important question every teacher must ask himself. I'll tell you that when a novice teacher comes to me and asks me, say, how do you explain this question? I answer with my own question, to whom? What we use at ExamPal is something we call open artificial intelligence. Open because the student is part of studying how he thinks. If a student, for example, gets a correct answer, we tell him, great, you got it correct. Which of these tools did you use? And whenever he gets a wrong answer, we ask him, what was the reason for your mistake? And he can always add his own reason for mistake. We actually created tens of dozens of these tags, and we use the information to actually find the best solution for each student. So the course actually adapts to your own way of thinking. As educators, we believe that our students should teach us how to teach them. And this is exactly what we do. We adapt to each student's own personal needs. We save them time, we save them money, we keep them focused, we support them, we improve their skills. It's more than gamified, it's fun. ExamPal is effective, efficient, affordable, and above all, affable. This is a bit about us in a nutshell. We already have students from over 60 countries all over the world. And here's just a short video from our GMAT product.
Hi, I'm Zach. Welcome to ExamPal. Will you be surprised if I told you that taking a GMAT course will not give you the advantage that you need over others? Those hours that you'll spend in class are nothing compared to the work you'll be doing at home. All GMAT students realize that at some point, so they start scavenging the web for more and more questions, tests, and quizzes, only to realize that they keep making the same mistakes over and over again. It's exhausting. That is why private tutors are so expensive. Frustration works its magic. Just solving thousands of questions won't do the trick, because getting a higher score is not about how much you practice, it's about what and how you practice. ExamPal is giving you an unfair advantage. With 20 years experience, we provide you with the best academically professional GMAT course and teach you something no one else does. How to know in advance what is going to be the fastest way to get a correct answer. But the real secret behind ExamPal is in the Palgorithm, a revolutionary system. The Palgorithm studies the way you think and gives you real-time feedback. It monitors which tools work best for you, why do you get some answers wrong, and where do you waste too much time. A GMAT question can sometimes have 10 different ways to solve it, but we study all possible solutions and forecast which solutions are best for you. Join us over here and let us get to know you better so that we can focus your brain power where it makes the most impact on your score. ExamPal.
Thank you very much. You can visit us at the booth downstairs. Thank you.